Say it. Yeah. Cat. Oh, give me licks. I know. A lot of times if you're giving your cat a petting and your hands close to them, they'll lick you instead of instinct. But anyway, she doesn't like being pet too much back here. See, she's old. Hey, you old lady cat. Still love you. Starting to think this might be her last year too, because she is like 20. So yeah, it's gonna kill me when you go. Anyway, hitches there. Doo-doo-doo. I thought about hooking up a servo to this thing too. You know, maybe I will. I want underneath the cab to release that. You know. Here's part of my legs that I'm gonna be, you know, my trailer legs, because I'm not gonna make one. I'm just gonna make ones that slide inside of here, and then I put a homemade pin through it to hold them in place. You know, to hold the trailer. Now you'll see when I get there. I don't have plans. I don't really plan anything. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. Make sure I don't burn myself. It's still pretty hot. I just breezed in. This is old shelving stuff. You know, that screws on the wall. I found it when I was out rummaging around one day. It was in a junk pile. I folded it up, but you know, hammer it out. It's good enough. But I brazed on 5 of these. I'm going to put another one right near the back to give the end structural support, and one at the front. Plus I got to figure out, you know, my mounting. I'm trying to drop shit in my milk. My mounting plate for my hitch pin, which is going to be, so there's another good light over here. Oh, something like that. I got to make plates that come down to it to hold it, like brackets off of here, and then I can make that little skid plate that I mentioned in my last video that kind of sticks up off the edge of the trailer. So when it strikes, it helps guide it. It's like a guide. If you go outside and you look around for a semi-truck trailer, look at the very front where it hits the striker. There's like a little lip right here, and it kind of goes up like a curve like that. But anyway, so that's going to go there somewhere. And like I said, I found some more, so I thought I didn't have any more, but I dug deep in the pile. Oh crap! See, here's my big crap pile. There's actually a lot of shit in there. You know, stuff there. I don't know how. So I found more, which is cool because I can put one up near the front for structural integrity and one for the back. I mean, this trailer is already, like, the twist factor is, like, you can see it still twists, but you know, trailers do. No, I'm not gonna put a negative arch in the trailer. You know, like the trailers you see going on there, and they look like they're bent like that when they're empty. They're supposed to be like that. It's like a spring thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna explain it. But anyway, so this is the bottom. So I brazed them on here like so. See? And then that's gonna get flipped over. That little piece of steel I'll throw away. Don't need it. This is these aluminum sheets here help to pull the heat. If you guys are brazing with stuff and you don't want to have water, yes, I have water in case I need it. I am brazing inside, but it's like a backdrop. So when I'm torching, you know, it helps to attract the heat to get it away from everything else. So it's fire measure. Anyhow, so I'm going to be making all these stir sticks. So they're like, yeah, I think that's what they're. It's big bulk box of stir sticks that I got from Jack, my mom's ex-husband. But I got to cut all the ends off so they're flat. And yeah, I'm going to stagger them so they're, you know, different lengths. But I have to cut all the ends tips off so they're flat, and then I got to clean them up. Then I got to make the deck base out of this card. It's like, I don't know how thick it is. Same way I made the deck for the goat. If you guys will go back and watch it. I hate these mats. The edge keeps curling up right here, and it pisses me off. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this to fit on the inside of under here, so it goes, because if you look under there, there's like a slight, oh, here, you can see it right there. There's a slight lip, because of the I-beam stuff. This is actual curtain rod, but it's an I-beam. So this is going to go, like, I'll have to bend it like that when I get it to the right width. So it pops under here, and then bend it so I can hook it underneath this side. And then these are already beyond here at that point. But I got to make this right size, right shape, make it square. You know, full length, going all the way underneath, from the front all the way to the back. Then I got to take them out, laying them up together. Oh, when it's in there, I got to draw a line around the edge. Yeah, I'll show you roughly what I'm talking about here. See, like that. And I'll pull it. Bad drawing. Hang on. It's hard to do this and hold the camera or my iPhone. Okay. See that line? No stir sticks beyond that point, basically, is what I'm getting at. So I gotta make sure this is squared to this, because this may be a little wavy, because I don't really measure. And then I'll have my perimeter of where to glue all my sticks down. And then all these sheets, they're all going to be separate. So I can pop this one in, slide it down a little bit, pop the next one in, slide it down a little bit, and so forth until this last one goes in. And then I'll slide it forward, and then they'll all be in place. And then, yeah, this part that holds them up sits a little lower than it should. But that's okay, because I got this little piece of wood, which I'm going to rip on my saw so that I can make... Well, I know I could have made my own boards, but I got this big ass pile of stir sticks. Well, I got a big friggin' box of them. There's still more at Jack's, so anyway, so that's what I'm using. So I'll rip this down, you know, about, I don't know, that thick. I'm just guessing right now, so that I can come from underneath and then wedge them up, because see, it's wider than this piece of wood. So that this will get wedged up over top, pushing this up to here. And then I will just throw screws up into here, you know, into these little gaps into the wood, or I'll just hot glue it, you know, put it through there like that. I might even measure it out and then use my Dremel and make like a slit down here so it lines up and plops inside of here, so it lines up properly and stays secure. And then I'll pump hot glue gun up through these little holes to hold this into place, and then the deck will just be wedged into place. And then when I flip it over, it'll look kind of like, it'll look kind of like that, not that thick. And then I'll just hot glue gun the wood to the bottom of that, and then on the top side you'll just see, you know, rows of 2x4s kind of thing, like on the goat. Like that. Same thing. That's what the deck's going to look like. So that's kind of why I'm working on that right now, because I need to know how the deck needs to go. I'm going to get the pieces made up for the deck. Get all these parts laid in so I know. And then I'll start on my hitch plate mount. How I'm going to do that, I don't know. Maybe I can run pieces from here to here. That can sit on there, raise that to that, and a couple angle pieces, from angle supports from here to here, and then I'll start on my frame and try to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my axles, because I don't have any axles. I got wheels. I got these axles, but I'm using these for a different build. These are going to be for my lowboy trailer. The 6x6 will get hauled on. But I'm thinking of trying to make axles similar to that, like this. They won't have bearings. They'll just kind of roll on steel like a Tonka truck will. But I might put like a plastic shim over top of it, and then make like a plate that holds it so that the axles can tilt and drop down. You know, so they kind of slide in a groove. You know, like the old semi-truck trailers used to do. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'll kind of, you know, play it by ear and build it as I go, because that's all I can do. Alright, so there you go. There's the update. And, you know, by all means, everybody, build with passion. Do it for the love of it. Make it because you're enjoying it. Like, I get right into this. I'm so involved in making this stuff. I can't help it. I can't help but make the things. And then when I'm trying to make something, I gotta make it to a level that I'm happy with it. I might even make like my own custom little short links to go to whatever axles are, so the axles can drop down. And maybe I'll use SCX10 shocks in there, but you know, how many trailers have leak coil springs on them, right? So I don't know. I wish I had the proper, you know, like in the semi truck, the proper suspension link kit for that. But I can't afford to go and buy a whole rear end suspension unit for this, for the trailer. So it's got to be made out of junk, because that's how I make my stuff. This is all garbage. So, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's getting there. It'll also stiffen up a lot more once I make the ground frame, because you know it's got to sit down lower and hold suspension. So yeah, it's going to be a massive undertaking. All right, guys, remember, build with passion. I gotta go let the dog out. Kaya, you gotta go. Should I go to pee-pee? Gotta go do the pee-pee? Pee-pee time? Okay, let's go.